this first quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice going up a score. That takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. They go screen. This is Ingram. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Daquan Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Snead's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. It's complete to Snead. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle. And he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeffrey Simmons drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Ingram. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle. As the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Jackson's pass complete to Nick Boyle. Touchdown, Baltimore.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
He's crashing.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run from the pistol with Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And down to the 28-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run, and you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Yeah, let's get a second. Watch it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roberts has it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 31 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield, because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. You got 3 down. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Bravo. Okay, let's go.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.